Let me share a truth that can change your life. It's not just about talking, it's about programming your mind for success. Think of it as setting the tone for your entire day, shaping your destiny one morning at a time. The words you speak to yourself in those crucial moments after waking can determine the course of your day. Control your days, and you can control your life. It's that simple. And that is profound. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have it all together? They radiate success, exude happiness, and are always pushing forward. What's their secret? It's not luck, it's the mastery of self-talk. They know how to motivate themselves, push through challenges, and be their own best friends and biggest cheerleaders. Today, I'm here to show you how to tap into that power. Imagine starting each day by speaking just 5 simple lines to yourself. It may sound easy, but these lines can truly transform your life. Before we dive into them, let's understand why this is so crucial. Your mind is like a garden, and every thought and word you speak to yourself is a seed. You have the power to plant flowers of positivity and success. Or you can let weeds of negativity take root. The choice is yours. Here's the kicker. That garden will grow whether you nurture it or not. So why not be intentional about what you plant? Why not kick off each day by nurturing seeds of motivation and success? That's where these 5 lines come in. They serve as a daily dose of fertilizer for your mind, providing the water and sunlight needed for your potential to bloom. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Jim, I'm not a morning person. I can barely remember my own name when I wake up, let alone 5 lines I hear you. And that's precisely why this matters. Those first few moments after waking up are when your mind is most receptive. You hold the power to set the tone for your day. Think of it as programming a computer. Those 5 lines are your code for success. So what are these 5 lines? That's what we'll explore today. I'll break them down for you and show you how each one can have a profound impact on your life. But before we dive in, remember, these aren't just words. They're powerful statements that, when internalized and truly believed, can reshape your entire worldview. Because success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. Let's talk about the power in the words today, I choose to be positive. This isn't just a cute phrase to throw around. It's a declaration, a promise you make to yourself every single day. And trust me, it's not easy. Life is not going to roll out a red carpet for your positivity. The moment you wake up, there will be challenges waiting to knock you down. Maybe it's the stress of bills piling up. Maybe it's a tough job that doesn't seem to appreciate you. Or maybe it's the weight of personal struggles you don't even talk about. But let me ask you this. What do you gain from letting negativity win? Think about the last time you let a bad mood or a bad moment take over your entire day. Did it help? Did it solve anything? Or did it just drain you? Negativity is a thief. It steals your time, your energy, and your chance to make something good out of your day. Now, positivity doesn't mean you ignore your problems. No, it means you face them differently. Positivity is a weapon. It's saying, no matter what comes my way today, I will find a way to rise above it. It's about not letting the things you can't control destroy the things you can. You're driving to work and someone cuts you off. You slam on the brakes, heart racing. Your first instinct is anger, right? Maybe you start shouting at the windshield, cursing the driver who can't even hear you. And now the rest of your morning is ruined because you let that one moment dictate your mood. But imagine this instead. The same thing happens, but this time you take a deep breath. You think it's not worth my peace. You turn up the radio, focus on the music, and let it go. You've just won the first battle of your day. That's what choosing positivity looks like. It's not about perfection, it's about resilience. Positivity also changes the way you see the world. When you choose to look for the good, you start finding it everywhere. It's in the small things. A kind word from a stranger, a moment of laughter, the simple fact that you're alive and breathing. These aren't minor details, they're victories. They're reminders that even on the hardest days, there's something worth holding on to. And let me tell you, positivity isn't just for you. It's for everyone around you. When you walk into a room with a smile, when you greet people with kindness, you change the energy. People notice. They're drawn to you. And opportunities are drawn to you too, because positivity creates connections. Nobody wants to work with or be around someone who's always complaining. But positivity, that's magnetic. Choosing positivity is a daily fight. It's a decision you make not just in the morning, but over and over again throughout the day. And every time you make that choice, you're building mental strength. You're proving to yourself that you're stronger than the bad moments, stronger than the stress, stronger than the setbacks. So tomorrow, when you wake up, make that choice. Don't just say it softly. Say it with power. Today, I choose to be positive. Write it on a sticky note. Put it where you'll see it all day. And when life throws its punches, go back to those words. Let them remind you that you're in control. Because here's the truth. Positivity isn't just a mindset. It's a way of life. And when you live it, you don't just survive the day. You own it. You rise above. You thrive. And that, my friend, is how you win. Every single day. Now, let's dive into the second line. I am grateful for all that I have. Gratitude is not just about being polite or saying thank you here and there. It's about a deep, raw awareness of what you already have in your life. And you know what? Most people miss it. They spend so much time chasing the next thing. More money, more success, more possessions. That they forget to appreciate what's already in front of them. Think about this. How often do you stop and really feel grateful? Not just in your head, but in your heart. When was the last time you sat down and thought, I have a roof over my head, food to eat, and people who care about me? These things are easy to overlook because they feel so normal. But there are millions of people in this world praying for what you have right now. Here's the hard truth. When you don't appreciate what you already have, nothing will ever be enough. You'll keep chasing and chasing, thinking that the next car, the next job, or the next house will finally make you happy. But it won't. Because happiness doesn't come from having more. It comes from being grateful for what you already have. Imagine two people. The first one wakes up in the morning, groans about their alarm, complains about going to work, and spends the day irritated at everything. The second one wakes up and says, I'm thankful I woke up today. I'm thankful I have a job to go to. Which person do you think has a better day? The second one, right? Because gratitude changes everything. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present. And let's not pretend life is perfect. It's not. You might be struggling right now. Maybe you're dealing with debt, heartbreak, or setbacks that feel impossible to overcome. But even in the darkest moments, there is always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the strength you've built by enduring tough times. Maybe it's a friend who listens to you. Maybe it's the simple fact that you're still standing, still fighting. Gratitude doesn't make your problems disappear, but it does make them smaller. When you focus on the good, the bad loses its grip on you. It's like putting your problems in perspective. You realize that while life isn't perfect, it's still a gift. Here's another truth. Gratitude isn't passive, it's active. You have to choose it. You have to train your mind to notice the good, especially when life tries to drown you in negativity. Start small. At the end of the day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Don't overthink it, just write. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's a kind word someone said. Maybe it's that you made it through another day. and don't keep it to yourself. Express your gratitude. Tell people you're thankful for them. Look someone in the eye and say, I appreciate you. Those words carry weight. They deepen relationships. They spread positivity. Gratitude also builds resilience. When life hits hard, gratitude reminds you that you've survived worse. It gives you the strength to keep going. It's not just about looking back and appreciating what you have. It's about looking forward with hope, knowing you'll find reasons to be thankful even in the future. So don't wait for the perfect moment to be grateful. Start now, right here, right now. Look around you. What do you see? What do you have that you didn't have a year ago? What blessings are you overlooking? Because you're too focused on what's missing. Gratitude isn't just a feeling. It's a way of life. And when you live with gratitude, you stop surviving and start thriving. You find peace in the chaos. You find joy in the ordinary. And most importantly, you realize that what you have right now is more than enough to keep you moving forward. Say it with me. I am grateful for all that I have let that gratitude fill you up and let it change the way you see the world. Because the more you appreciate, the more life gives you to appreciate. That's the magic of gratitude. And it's yours to claim. Now let's break down the third line. I am capable of achieving great things. Say it out loud. Let the words echo in your mind and hit your soul. Do you believe it? Or do doubts creep in, whispering, not me? I'm not good enough, smart enough, or lucky enough. If those doubts exist, let me tell you something. Those whispers are lies. They're chains holding you back. And it's time to break free. You are capable. You were born with potential, with strength, with everything you need to achieve greatness. But here's the catch. Capability alone means nothing if you don't act on it. Too many people go through life shrinking themselves, settling for less, and giving up before they even start. Don't be one of them. Do you know why most people fail? It's not because they're not smart enough. It's not because they don't have opportunities. It's because they don't believe in themselves. They let fear win. They let self-doubt control their decisions. They never even try because they've convinced themselves they'll fail before they begin. Failure isn't the end, it's a step. Every person who achieved greatness, every inventor, leader, or entrepreneur failed along the way. The difference, they got back up. They kept going. They believed that they were capable, even when the world told them otherwise. Take a moment and think about the people you admire, the ones who inspire you. Do you think they never doubted themselves? Do you think they never faced criticism, obstacles, or setbacks? Of course they did. But they didn't let it stop them. They chose to rise above it. They chose to believe they could, and because they believed it, they did it. Now, let's bring this back to you. What are you holding back on? What dream have you been putting off? Because you're scared it's too big, too hard, or too far away. Let me tell you something. That dream you're afraid of, that's the one you're meant to chase. It's calling you for a reason. It's your sign, your purpose, your destiny. Greatness doesn't come easy. It requires effort, discipline, and sacrifice. You're going to have to work harder than you've ever worked before. You're going to face challenges that test your limits. But every step forward, no matter how small, is proof that you're capable. Think about what's holding you back. Is it fear? Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of stepping out of your comfort zone. Let me be clear, fear is normal, it's part of the journey, but courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward despite it. And what about excuses? I don't have time. I don't have resources. I'm too old. I'm too young. Stop. Excuses are just stories we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. If you want something badly enough, you'll find a way. If you don't, you'll find an excuse. Let me share something with you. Your mind is your strongest weapon. If you feed it doubt, it will destroy you. But if you feed it belief, it will build you. Start telling yourself a different story. Replace I can't with I can. Replace it's too hard with I'll figure it out, because the more you believe in your ability, the more unstoppable you become. Look at where you are now. Everything you've accomplished so far, no matter how small, is proof of what you're capable of. Every time you push through a hard day, every time you learn something new, every time you refuse to give up, that was you showing your greatness. But don't stop there. Don't settle. There's more in you. More potential, more strength, more greatness waiting to be unleashed. It's not going to come to you. You have to go out and get it. Take the first step, then the next, and the next. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've come farther than you ever thought possible. Say it with me. I am capable of achieving great things, not tomorrow, not someday, today, right now. Believe it. Act on it. And watch how your life transforms. You've got what it takes. Now go prove it. Let's dive into the fourth line. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Think about the word challenge. What comes to your mind? Stress? Struggle? Maybe even failure? Most people see challenges as walls too high to climb, too tough to break through. But here's the truth. Challenges are not your enemies. They are your greatest teachers. Every single challenge you face is a chance to grow. It's a doorway to becoming stronger, smarter, and better than you were yesterday. But most people, they run away. They avoid the pain, the discomfort, the hard work. And because they avoid it, they stay the same. Day after day, year after year, stuck in a life that's far smaller than what they're capable of living. Now, let's talk about you. How do you handle challenges? Do you embrace them or do you avoid them? Be honest with yourself. If you've been avoiding them, let me tell you what you're really doing. You're robbing yourself of growth. You're staying comfortable, and comfort is the silent killer of greatness. Imagine a seed. To grow into a strong, tall tree, it doesn't sit in the dark and wait. It breaks through the soil. It fights against the wind. It endures the heat of the sun and the cold of the night. Every obstacle it faces makes it stronger. You are that seed. The soil you're pushing through, that's your challenge. The question is, will you rise above it or will you stay buried? Challenges aren't here to defeat you. They're here to shape you, to test what you're made of, to push you past your limits and force you to grow into the person you're meant to be. Without them, you'd stay the same. You'd never discover how strong you really are. Look back at your life. Think about a challenge you've overcome. Maybe it was a tough job, a difficult relationship, or a personal struggle. At the time, it felt impossible, didn't it? But you got through it. And when you did, you came out stronger, wiser, more resilient. That's what challenges do. They stretch you, they grow you, and they prepare you for what's next. What's your biggest challenge right now? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it something external like money, time, or resources? Whatever it is, stop looking at it as an obstacle. Start seeing it as an opportunity, because that's exactly what it is. When life throws you a challenge, don't ask, why me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? When you change your perspective, you change your power. Challenges lose their grip on you when you see them as steps, not roadblocks. But embracing challenges isn't easy. It's going to hurt. It's going to test your patience. it's going to make you want to quit. And that's where growth happens. In the discomfort, in the struggle, in the moments when you think you can't go on but choose to push forward anyway. Think of the people who inspire you. The athletes, the leaders, the heroes. Do you think they got to where they are without challenges? No, they faced them head on. They embraced the pain, the failure, the frustration, and they used it to fuel their growth. This is your time to do the same. Whatever challenge you're facing right now, don't back down. Don't run away. Step into it. Feel the fear, the doubt, the discomfort. And do it anyway. Because every step you take through that challenge is a step closer to the person you're meant to be. I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. Say it again. Let it sink in. You are not defined by the challenges you face, but by how you respond to them. So face them. Embrace them. And watch yourself grow into someone you never thought you could be. This is your moment. Take it. Let's dive into the fifth line. I take action toward my goals every day. This is where the magic happens. This is where dreams become real, where ideas transform into success, and where your life changes. It all starts with one word: action. You've got goals. Big ones, small ones, don't matter. Maybe you want to build a business, buy a house, lose weight, or improve your relationships. Whatever it is, you can sit around and think about it all day long. But thinking alone won't get you there. Dreaming doesn't pay the bills. Wishing doesn't transform your life. Action does. Now, here's the truth most people won't tell you. Every single day you're either moving closer to your goals or further away from them. There's no standing still. Every choice you make, every decision, every action or lack of it adds up. Think about it. When you wake up in the morning, what's the first thing you do? Do you hit snooze, roll over, and waste time scrolling through your phone? Or do you get up, ready to conquer the day? Those small decisions, they matter. They set the tone for everything else. Imagine you have two people. Both have the same goal: to run a marathon. One of them wakes up every day, laces up their shoes, and hits the pavement. Rain or shine, tired or not, they show up. The other person spends their time researching the best running shoes, planning the perfect route, and waiting for the right time to start. A month later, who's closer to the goal? The one who took action. Life doesn't reward intentions, it rewards action. The person who works harder, longer, and smarter. The one who's willing to do the boring stuff, the hard stuff, the uncomfortable stuff, day after day. Ask yourself this: what did you do yesterday to get closer to your goals? Do not think about, not plan for. What did you do? And if your answer is nothing, then don't lie to yourself. You're not serious about those goals. It's not about making massive leaps every day. It's about those small, consistent steps. Let's say your goal is to save money. Instead of waiting for a big paycheck or a windfall, start today. Pack your lunch instead of eating out. Skip that unnecessary purchase. Save $1 if that's all you can. That $1 becomes $10, then $100, and before you know it, you're building momentum. Or maybe your goal is to get healthy. You don't need to spend hours at the gym from day one. Start with a 10-minute walk. Swap soda for water. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. It's not the size of the step that matters. It's the direction. The same applies to your dreams. Want to write a book? Write one page today? Want to start a business? Make that first phone call. Want to improve your skills? Watch that tutorial. Every small action you take plants a seed. And every seed, when nurtured, grows. But here's the thing. You can't just do it once and expect results. You have to show up every single day, even when you're tired. even when you're busy, even when you don't feel like it. Because consistency beats talent, luck, and resources every time. Let me tell you a secret. The people you look up to, the ones who inspire you, they're not special. They're not special. They're not more talented or smarter than you. They just take more action. While you're thinking about it, they're doing it. While you're making excuses, they're finding solutions. So here's the challenge. Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Take one small step towards your goal, just one. Then do it again tomorrow. And the next day, keep going until it becomes a habit, a part of who you are. I take action toward my goals every day. Let those words sink in. Let them drive you. Because this is your life, and no one else is going to build it for you. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Take action every single day. And watch your life transform.